What's up, guys? I want to take a few minutes and talk about the Coinbase IPO. Um, this is a huge event in the cryptosphere. This is the first uh, crypto company to go public. This is set to happen on Wednesday. Um, and the valuation of this of Coinbase is really something incredible. Now, that's not the main story here. It's a part of it, but I think it points to something even more interesting, and we'll get into that real quick. So, Bloomberg states that the Coinbase shares are planned on trading between $350 and $375, based on a valuation of $100 billion. Okay, now to put that in perspective, Google, when it went public, it sold for $85 a share at a $23 billion valuation. So that says right there how big this is, right? Now, the story for me is this, is that Uniswap, the decentralized exchange, basically surpassed Coinbase in trading volume just a couple of months ago. All right. And if you listen to the podcast, the Bankless podcast, just a few days ago, they had Hayden Adams on there, the inventor of Uniswap, and he basically kind of compared them surpassing Coinbase to the similar way in which crowdsourced content generation surpasses, the way Wikipedia surpasses Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, right? So you see that and you're like, okay, well, I can see why Coinbase is getting all the attention. It's to the old mindset, to institutional buyers and to people who are looking for an on-ramp. Like Coinbase is the biggest name and biggest way to do that. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Coinbase has approximately 1,250 employees. All right. But if you compare that to Uniswap, when I checked last, Uniswap had around 13, and this is saying about 30. So if you can consider the size and the competition between a Uniswap and a Coinbase, the real difference there is obviously one is centralized, one is decentralized. One, people need to know a little bit more what they're doing, but there's almost like this late impact. And so I think what we're seeing is, or this is the argument I'll say, the success and the size of Coinbase's IPO gives some indication of how big DeFi is going to be, because something like a Uniswap is even bigger. And it could be argued that Uniswap is already a publicly traded company. It's just we're too late to adjust our thinking and to recognize it as such. It's a publicly traded company because it has its own exchange token, which is freely traded on the open marketplace. Okay. And this doesn't also take into account the Uniswap V3. It just came out, and that this will have an impact on things too. This allows for more strategic trading for liquidity providers, right? So just wanted to throw that out there. Coinbase, it's exciting, awesome, great, but its upside is a shadow of the upside of the entire DeFi kind of revolution that's happening, and then what we'll see play out in the remainder of this year. It's impossible to even imagine what's coming.